Gireyim çıkayım mı?
Check me, check me.
Heyecan yaptım.
Daha hızlı yapabiliriz.
Heyecan yaptım. See the best properties of Istanbul. And so okay. Ajda Pekkan okay. Tamam, tamam, tamam. I am Şerif Nadi Varlı, one of the most famous real estate broker in Turkey. I am doing real estate brokerage last 15 years. And Vartu Real Estate is our company. My partners are my father and my brother. We do real estate last 30 years. And I've started to make this vlog to show people if they want to enter real estate business, they will see what is the real life of real estate broker in Istanbul. And as I said, we always focus on foreigners. In 1990s, Germans started to buy properties in Turkey, in the Mediterranean side of Turkey. 2000s, British people dominated the real estate market. And after 2010s, Middle Eastern people were buying properties, started buying properties in Istanbul. And I decided to move to Istanbul. I became successful. I have a great team, sales reps, assistants, drivers. It's growing very well. While you'll see these videos, I will show you also great scenes of Istanbul. At the same time, I will take you to great properties. You will see best properties of Istanbul on these videos. Also, I will explain you legal procedures, advantages, disadvantages, things to do, things not to do. So you are seeing Istanbul scenes, legal procedures, and nice properties in Istanbul. So I know very well what I am doing. So I hope you will enjoy this video. We enjoy a lot while we are taking. I see this machine in the movies.
It's our fancy conference machine.
Sent to James Bond. Gizem is my friend. We see each other frequently.
Yes.
With Ahmet, also my wife Hande.
Yes.
We meet with Gizem as a neighbor. Our first offices was next to each other. I knocked her door. I need a lawyer. She said, okay. Then from that day, we are very close. And after this Turkish citizenship law by government, we started to work together more frequently. All our clients' applications Gizem is doing. And today we will explain more about the stages. Then there will be our clients will come to Istanbul. So we are finishing. There is some good moment of our client. They are getting their passports. So from the first point, we will explain the story. We are doing the first stage of the process, selling the property to to the client, which values more than $250,000, I do the 10% of the job, then 90% goes to Gizem.
Şerif, I have a question for you at this point. Let's say you are always asking me legal questions. I want to ask you a question about choosing the real estate. When a family comes to you, what questions do you ask them to understand which projects to show them? Because we all know there are hundreds of very nice projects in Istanbul. How do you understand what is a good match for this family?
We are trying to understand, is it a pure investment or they are buying for leisure? So if they say pure investment, then I don't ask anything else. It's my side. If they say, while we come for holiday, we will use it. So then I ask, do you need 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms? What is your family living style? Do you need swimming pool, etc.? Do you want ready property or off-plan will be suitable for you? Then we start to show properties. But pure investment is which gets more return on investment, which I feel that after 3 years it will be more valuable. I take them to those properties.
Depending on what time they come, what is a flash project. Okay,
Yes.
Mr. Şerif, thank you. I always wonder this. How do you direct the project?
Are you looking to buy something?
Yes.
So after we are selling the property, what is the first stage we need to do?
I always like to meet with the buyer before they buy, because I know your firm is a very diligent firm, and we try to provide the same good level of service, because this planning needs to start from the beginning. Sometimes we need to understand the concept of the family. Sometimes they have a 17-year-old son or daughter who will turn 18. Or sometimes they cannot travel to issue the POA, etc. Sometimes they have a bank account in Turkey, sometimes they don't. So, I like to meet with you and with the client before they buy once, just to talk about what is in their mind, how they are considering to run their application.
I prefer also bring my clients first to you, because always they have some questions on their minds. So while I'm showing them properties, I don't want they have some question marks in their mind about citizenship process. So first we come to you, you make them relax, then my job is easier.
Yes, you are right. I mean, it makes more sense for us as well. So if the clients have a chance to visit Turkey, it's great to meet in the beginning while they are looking at the projects, of course, not in the day one. And I give a couple of pre-advice, like the most important thing for us is that the Turkish government is quite strict about the documentation and the procedures, and we need to do everything 100% correct. So in order to do that, I always advise our clients, which is the most important part in the beginning, is that the primary applicant, which is generally the father of the family, must send the money from his own account.
Yes.
It can be a Turkish lira account, or account in a Turkish bank, or it can be an overseas account.
So can we see that number one is after they choose the property, in the stage of paying the money to the developer's account, money should come from seller's buyer's account to the seller's account directly, with a description of what are they buying.
Yes, exactly. Some details from the title deeds, and this is also very comforting for the clients. So there should be no intermediary people no agent can get your money, no lawyer can get your money. Only the buyer should be sending the money to the seller's account. And this is also the best thing to ensure a safe transfer as well. And at this point, the bank receipt steps in. If the transfer is being made from a Turkish lira account to the developer's account, it is easier as both parties are Turkish banks. The receipt of even the buyer's bank will be sufficient. But if the money is coming from the overseas account of the buyer, in that case, we also need to get a confirmation receipt from the seller's Turkish bank as well. So we need to have good, proper receipts. And if we are also giving the receipts from the buyer's foreign bank, we have them translated at our office and we submit a full proper translation to the title deed office.
So, first stage is done. They paid their monies. For legal documentation, for father, mother, and children, what documents they need to bring?
Again, the first most important document is a power of attorney from the mother and father of the family, meaning the primary applicant and the spouse.
On
And
your team's names,
Yes.
that you can follow their procedure.
Yes, so that we can follow up.
So
the
after
procedures.
purchasing the property, they are giving you the power of attorneys, either only for the citizenship following process or plus getting the
Yes.
title deed.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly. It depends on the client's preference. Sometimes some clients want the lawyers to be the representative while getting the title deed. Sometimes they want your firm, the real estate agents. I think with the clients, it's a matter of trust and comfort. However they feel comfortable, they can give the real estate POA to that person.
Yes.
But we need to be getting the citizenship power of attorney. So that was step 2, power
Step
of
two.
attorney.
Okay, we paid the money, we got the power of attorney. So now number 3.
Number 3 is further application documents. Firstly, we are asking for birth certificates of all members of the family.
Birth certificate for everybody, even he's 90 years old.
Yes, exactly. And then we are also asking for the marriage certificates. Both documents, all of these documents, should be approved by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the issuing country.
So if he is coming from Jordan, he needs to go to Foreign Affairs of Jordan.
Yes.
They will stamp it.
Yes.
Then they will come to here with the document. They will give it to you.
Yes. Once we get these documents, we take them to the Jordan consulate in Turkey. And we have its consulate approved. Afterwards, we have it translated, and that translation is approved by a Turkish notary public. When that is also finished, we also take it to the municipality to get it apostilled. And then the documents are ready to go. So there is further workload on our side, but this is the lawyer's job and it should not be a concern of the client.
So we need birth certificates for the wife or husband, marriage certificate, and for the children as well, birth certificates.
Birth certificate,
So
correct.
when wife is proving he's married with this person, he can be applying with him. Children is applying by the birth certificate.
Exactly. We are also, of course, asking for the passports of everyone in the family.
I'm just want to asking. So all these documents needs to be stamped by Foreign Affairs of their country before they come to Turkey
Yes.
to bring it to you.
Yes. And then we are done with the documentation. We got the title deed. Let's start from the beginning. The money is fully paid. We got the title deed. And then we are making an annotation to the title deed saying that the client will not sell this property for 3 years. It is very important. Once we do this application, the annotation application, we are getting the clearance report in about 10 days, depending on the workload of the title deed registry. And then once we get this clearance report, which is actually a document confirming that this property is this property is sufficient to be used in a citizenship application, we are ready to file the...
But this hold is only on the paper, and he can rent the property.
Of course.
Get the income.
Of course. The property can be rented out and the clients may benefit from the financial rights of it, but they are only not authorized to sell it. And then we are ready to make the residence permit application. The investor type residence permit is issued for the primary applicant, who is the owner of the title deed. And then we can go to the last stage, which is the citizenship application. At this time, while we are doing the residence permit, we are also preparing all of the paperwork, which we talked about in the background, getting the consulate approvals, doing the translations, notarization, and apostille. And then we are preparing our major citizenship application file for the whole family. We submit it to the ministry. We submit from Istanbul. It is being sent to Ankara, to the ministry, and then it's in ministry's hands. Again, generally in our practice, depending on the ministry's workload, this review takes about 2.5 months, sometimes 3 months, and we give our clients an application number and the link of the ministry where they can check the life status of their application.
So every day they will not message you, where is my passport?
They do. They still do both. They check and they text us, which is okay because we know everybody's excited to get Turkish citizenship and it's only fair. They want to understand the country. Most of the times, many of my clients are doing business in Turkey for the first time. So we understand they're excited. It's fine. And then the ministry generally updates like, okay, it's pending, it's in the decision stage, it is being sent to approval. They will see such remarks of the ministry. And then the ministry issues the final status saying that the decision is given and you should apply to the ministry to collect your decision. So we go to the ministry office from Istanbul, we collect the decision, we see it with our eyes that the result is positive, and then we call our clients to give the good news. We say, okay, your citizenship decision is issued. Now you need to visit Turkey with all your family members who were included in the application. And of course, our clients are happy at this point and they schedule a trip to Turkey.
So this week we are waiting Atout family.
Yes.
They will come and they finish all these processes you explained for. And they will give their fingerprints. We will pay for ID and passport.
Yes.
And this ID and passports will come in 2-3 days after it's finished.
Yes, exactly. With the Atout family, who are dear clients of us, and also with many other clients, we tell them that they can come anytime. And then they schedule a trip to Turkey. They say, okay, Gizem, we are here on this and this dates. Can you schedule our applications? And we try to get the Turkish ID appointments at the same time with the passport application. They're giving the fingerprints, passports, paying the official fees of the passports, etc. And then they are completing the last stage. Once they apply, now they can either wait in Turkey to get the passports because they are arriving with mail, or if they need to go back for work or school purposes, those documents can be delivered to us safely with our POA. We can collect them and then we can deliver them to the clients next time they come or any other way they choose.
My last question, for example, Atout family is an example for this. From the first day to the last day, how long it took this process?
With the Atout family, if I recall properly, correct me if I'm wrong, we started in summer months, and they reviewed many properties with you, and they chose from two different projects. They made 2 different purchases. So we started in summer. They fully paid the title deed fees maybe in a few months. And then the project came to us. We met with them before, of course, and we got the decision in the last days of December. And in January this month, we're getting the IDs and passports.
So can we say that it's like 6 months process?
Yes.
More or less.
The Atout family application had no emergency notes. The girls were all below 18 and they didn't have any risk of turning 18 during the application.
So you didn't push it?
We didn't push further. Of course, we made our regular checks with the ministry if we have anything missing or etc. But we weren't. We went at normal speed. But sometimes our clients' kids can turn 18. So in those applications, we are acting faster, a little bit faster. What we can do. Yeah, so 6 months is a good time.
Okay, perfect. So let's see Atout family, they will come.
Yes, excited to see them, and hopefully we'll deliver their passports and IDs shortly.
Thank you.
Thank you, Şerif.
Hi, how are you?
good.
I'm John Beck from ATG Law Firm.
Yeah, I think we haven't met before.
Yeah, no, we
This is the
haven't.
first
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Okay.
How is it?
Thank you.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was good timing. We catch you on the way.
Yeah. The problem is that the flight got delayed by 1 hour.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I thought to call you first to check. Shall we go to the hotel or shall we come to here? So better that we came to here. The traffic is a little bit crowded.
Ne haber Cihan?
Süper.
Kahvaltı
Ben sürekli
yaptın mı?
kayıttayım. Yok ama zaten yapmıyorum normalde.
Okay.
Dış sesiniz Cihan Bey.
Everybody is hungry, so no problem.
Do we need the mayat?
Mayar, the old one?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Olur. Geliyorum.
Sorry.
Really sad. Cihan was just about to had a traffic accident. Now we are entering to Küçükçekmece Nüfus Müdürlüğü.
We need only the passport, right?
Pas
Only. There was another one series. I remember the name of the. I think his name was Omar.
Ömer?
Yeah.
Ezel.
Ezel.
There, yeah. Yeah. I will ask her now. She knows.
The handsome
It's
guy.
like two brothers that they were separated, and then one of them he is a cop, and the other one he
okay,
was
I
like a thief. And there is
Celal Baba.
Jalal Kebabji. Yes, Jalal Kebabji.
Also, first introduce you some.
Yeah, Husam Atout, I'm the friend of the beam.
Yes.
My friend Şerif.
So today,
My wife.
everything is finished about citizenship. Now today we are giving or applying for Turkish IDs. After this point, we have 2 days. After 2 days, Turkish IDs and passports will come to our address. So this is the enjoyable moment that we are finishing.
Yes. And it was a short journey. It was not a long journey, a fruitful journey. With the help of the Sharif.
Thank you.
And his staff. To be fair, his people is good as well.
Thanks.
And the Gizem. So even everyone is okay. Just check the if he has a travel document Palestinian. Originally he's a Palestinian refugee who is
Travel
having-
document works.
It works.
Yes, yeah. Travel document.
Yeah, it's a Palestinian travel
Yes,
document
yeah.
issued by
Yeah.
Egyptians, by
Definitely.
whoever. Yeah.
We need birth certificate.
Yeah. Okay. We leased the two
both of them.
apartments. We're getting
Return.
rent out of it, and we finished the. So her husband will call me, and we'll meet him on Saturday to explain. But he will call you. Okay.
Okay.
So give him the options
Yeah,
that he
sure.
has. Okay. Preferably, if you can give him something like I don't know what he's looking for. Is he looking for an apartment, big one, small one
Or
for
just
investment,
investment.
or only a small investment that he will get his passport, but he will call you. Agency هي صاحبتي. So she is Saudi, and he is holding a Palestinian passport. It worked, right?
Yeah, no problem.
It worked for everybody except
Everybody.
the Syrians.
Syrians cannot buy property.
Yeah,
But for example,
so Palestinian is okay.
You are Syrian, your wife is Palestinian. Your wife can buy the property. You can apply as a marriage document.
Okay. She wants to come and study, complete her medication specialization in medicine in Istanbul. Okay.
The thing is, Maya is the eldest daughter of
Yeah.
Husam. She is over 18. She couldn't apply for Turkish citizenship. Now, probably we will buy another property for her, so we can start her process. She's jealous of the rest of the family.
She speaks
Fluent Turkish.
Yeah. And she is the one behind all of this.
Yes. So, the ID cards are ready now. We already finished everything, but now we are paying the passport charge for passport book price. Now we are paying that, which is 160 lira now, 2020. Maybe you are watching this in 2030. We don't know.
But just temporarily ID card.
Yes.
The permanent ID card will come in
In the
1 week.
address given.
I think Recep Usta is far.
Far,
right?
for Gizem. Something European side might be. We
I
can
don't know, you
be
suggest.
go. There is kebapçı in Etiler. Or
You choose.
Nusret.
You choose. You choose. You choose. You just let me know.
Etiler is nice. Verdi, Nusret, Burak, kebapçı. That's street.
Okay.
You can choose. You know, lunchtime is not so crowded,
Okay.
so we can make appointment.
Okay. You make the appointment. Tell me when. Okay.
Okay.
Agree with Gizem, and then we all
For
go
lunch,
with
so
the
it's
family.
like 1-2 is okay.
Yeah. We're fine. We're fine. So we can all go together to celebrate.
Okay. Gian will be there also.
Yes. So it's a birth certificate and
Original documents will come tomorrow with Gizem.
Okay, and the ID and the passports in 2 weeks,
Yes.
more or less. Okay, good.
You are now Turkish.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice
Thank
to
you
meet
so
you.
much. Nice to meet
We-
you. Thank
we-
you. Thank you so much.
We will check tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you.
I will make my research about this villa issue or another apartment.
Yeah.
We will check tomorrow
Okay.
on this.
Show me what options do we have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
See
you.
you. Thank you.
Bye.
Actually, we are happy that we made another family Turkish. I think it's an advantage for Turkey because we are getting brains to Turkey. This guy is a high-end manager in a worldwide famous company in Riyadh. And Cisco. So he's gonna invest more. He's gonna live in Turkey. He will feel more Turkish. So we gain this family as a Turkish now.
What's feeling in Turkish? Duygu. Muhteşem bir duygu. İnanılmaz bir şey. Very happy.
Ama
Your feelings about being Turkish?
Amazing.
I didn't.
What's your feeling about being Turkish? Amazing. Amazing. Ben Türkiye değilim.
She's over 18. So she couldn't catch, but we will buy another apartment for her.
that's their apartment.
Yes, it is here. We are negotiating now. After 6 months, she will be Turkish also.
İnşallah. It's a great pleasure. I think going back to the roots of being Muslim, supporting the vision of Turkey. We need to go back to the emperor of Turkey.
So today is Tuesday. Last Friday we gave our fingerprints for Husam's family. The IDs and passports in my hands. We will ship those to Husam's family. I cannot open them because it's a secret items, but it's here, all of them. Congratulations to the family. I think they will see the passport first, then the video.